Let me go back to Barbara McQuade, who's standing by. Barb, it's the end of week 4. Your top takeaways.
I think that the government is probably very pleased with the way this case is coming in, especially getting through Stormy Daniels. I can imagine that she was seen by them as a high-risk witness, perhaps by both sides. But I think she not only did fine, she did exceptionally well. She held up on cross-examination, and I think she really brought home in a way that I had not previously appreciated the nature of the sexual encounter with Donald Trump. You know, this was not a romantic interlude. This was a very Harvey Weinstein-esque Me Too kind of a moment. And you can see why Donald Trump was so desperate to keep that information from voters on Election Day. So I think the case has come in largely very strong. I think the key now will be Michael Cohen's testimony, which is teed up nicely for Monday. The jury will go home after a strong 4th week, which is where you want, as the government lawyer, where you want them to be.
And Duncan, Catherine, both of you, what will you be watching for with Cohen's testimony come Monday?
Well, first, if I'm the prosecutors, I'm going to tell him no TV, no podcast, no tweeting this weekend. Just keep your mouth shut. Just talk on the stand. And I'm going to be looking to see his behavior on the stand, if he just answers the questions and gives the answers and doesn't go rogue.
Will it be a mellow Michael Cohen?
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
wild
he's not
card?
a mellow person. I'm not saying be a phony, but, you know, be respectful to the court in the process.
Duncan?
This is a highly prepped witness on both sides. The defense has been complaining all along that they haven't had a chance to prep adequately for the witnesses, largely due to their own clients' threatening of witnesses. The prosecution hasn't given them a witness list of who's coming next. Everybody knows who's coming next. They also have a gift of several days now to prep, and they can really focus on it. And you can be sure that both sides are ready for the questioning, and that it's a matter of the prosecution controlling him, making sure he answers the questions, and the defense really going at him. And I think we are going to have, for as much as they had a huge unforced error with their cross-examination of Stormy Daniels, a cross-examination that really belonged to a different era. It was just a disaster.
And you think the unforced error, and that was what?
Well, it was an unforced error to cross-examine Stormy Daniels, to try to shame her as a bad person for her occupation, to try to say that she was, quote-unquote, selling herself, as Susan Necklace said when she shot back. I wasn't selling myself. I was being paid to be a dancer. It was a unforced error from their perspective, because they really cemented and solidified what happened on direct examination with her, which is that this sexual encounter really showed Donald Trump to be almost like a predator. I mean, he's sitting there in his hotel suite in silk pajamas, and Stormy Daniels is testifying about how her hands were shaking as she was putting on her gold-heeled shoes. It cemented all of the direct testimony. So in this case, they have to really be careful not to cement all of that with Michael Cohen on the cross-examination.
Paul, we're just learning from the courtroom after the jurors been dismissed. There's some conversation happening with the judge and the lawyers, and one of the prosecutors has just told him that they expect to call 2 more witnesses, and it's entirely possible that they rest their case by the end of next week. One, your reaction to that, and 2 more witnesses. One of them's Michael Cohen. Who could the other one be? And do you think they'll save Michael Cohen for last?
It sounds like they will. So the next witness might be another kind of boring person to establish records and to set up the jury for the most exciting star witness in a historic case, Michael Cohen. So there's 2 different aspects of Donald Trump's personality, their intention that Michael Cohen is going to have to address. One is good for his defense. He likes to keep his hands clean. So prosecutors want jurors to think he's like a mafia don who gets other people to do his dirty work. In this case, it was Michael Cohen and Alan Weisselberg. But the other aspect of Trump's personality, when it comes to his money, he's very hands-on. And that's helpful for the prosecution. Michael Cohen will be able to tell the jury about that.
I'm also looking that it appears the defense is objecting to an exhibit that the prosecution is trying to admit. It's a copy of a severance agreement for Weisselberg. Paul, why would the defense object?
Yeah, it's a good question. So a severance agreement for Weisselberg, it sounds like the prosecution is going to say that Weisselberg was getting a good deal because he was standing by his man, Donald Trump. That's number one. Number two, again, the cross-examination of Michael Cohen is going to be amazing. It's like when Drake says, this 0 to 100 real quick. That's how this defense attorney is going to cross-examine Michael Cohen. And so they're concerned about documents because documents corroborate Michael Cohen. So any kind of receipts the defense can get excluded from evidence, they're going to try to do that.
All right. Thank you all so much for being with us. Christian, Duncan Levin, Barbara McQuade, and Paul Butler. Thanks to Vaughn Hilliard as well.